Welcome, everybody, to episode 53 of Pokerole. Lots of stuff happened in episode 52, but now things are kind of calming down. At least today seems like it will be a more chill episode anyhow.
Joke is Car's gonna kill us all.
I hope we can avoid that for one session.
I warned you, I do have a combat prepared.
See? I told you, he's gonna kill us all.
Into it. Assuming a week won't take you guys to get through again.
Before we fully begin, though, there's something I've really never done with Pokerole streams that I really should do, so I will just simply say, if you like the video, give it a like. It helps a lot. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do give me a subscription. I have more than just Pokerole content after all. I know some of you are only here for that. But do give me a subscription and check out my other stuff. It really does help out to do that. And I heavily recommend coming... Thanks for interrupting. Look, you gotta sell out if you want to make bank. I don't make bank, so, you know. But also, I heavily recommend coming by at my Twitch as well, and indeed, coming by more than just Pokerole Twitch streams is helpful, because I'm trying to hit partner, and if more people show up, that'd be awesome. And we also have a really cool Discord community. This is a link to my main Discord. We also have a Pokerole Discord community. What you can get to that from the main Discord. There's related section, whatever server, whatever channel on my server it is that lets you go. Important links and info. I don't remember, but I don't remember what's on my own server. It's fine. Oops, that was the wrong one. There we go. Anyways, that's the intro.
And while you're at it, please consider donating.
I mean, if they want to, but viewing is nice enough, and honestly, it's a free action. It's a free it's there. I'm using a D&D term. Liking and subscribing is a free action. Do it.
I forgot that you have a stale Tauros tail treat in your bag.
Did I not do the Discord announcements? Fuck me. I knew I forgot something.
Shoot. That's right.
Scramble together an announcement.
No, I actually already have it ready. I didn't hit enter, basically.
You haven't even set your color yet.
Whatever. Colors are for losers. I don't know.
I expect every single image you get from here on out to be just monotone black and white.
Hey guys, I'm gonna color today's picture. Does nothing. Alright, it's colored.
just add some gray.
Alright, let's get the stream out. I said 53, right? God, numbers are hard.
Yes, this is number 53, I promise.
We have been officially doing this for over 2 years now. Woo! Yeah!
I am happy, honestly, that we have gone so long. Definitely nice to have a D&D group that actually sticks together.
It's been 2 years, we have one evolution. Hell yeah, let's go.
As long as you guys are enjoying it, I don't care how slow you get.
To be fair, if you want to...
If you count lizards.
My roommate named
2 years since
Percival.
Blizzard evolved. We need to wait another month, and then it'll be 2 years. Blizzard wasn't here till episode 5.
According to YouTube statistics, only something... Actually, what is the percent now? It keeps... It's... Apparently, I don't have the worst percentage compared to some people, but it's still not high or anything. I'm gonna look at that. You may be curious to check my analytics again. We're at... We are at... subscribe... Whoa! That's actually not too bad as far as numbers go, from what I understand.
5%.
No, 24.5% of people are subscribed. It looks... But I gotta tell you, it was previously like 18 or lower. So I guess doing all these things where I ask people to subscribe indeed actually works. That's not a bad ratio. 1/4 of people? Sadly, that's not a bad ratio in the general scheme of things. It'd be nice if more people subscribe, but I'll take one.
Don't be sheep, unsubscribe.
No, terrible. No, sheep are good. Mareep are adorable.
Behave.
Flaffy are great. Stop. Sheep are good.
Behave. Or
What
no
are you gonna
move
do to
for
me?
you.
You've already stripped my brain away.
What I don't understand is,
It back.
Eragon, why are you trying to sabotage my revenue when we live in the same fucking house?
Who pays the rent? It's not like we're gonna lose it.
You're gonna lose food.
That's fine. I got enough canned soup to last a month.
I mean, a month is, for a month, you're good. Also, thank you, indeed, Iron, for giving me a sub. Also, I should note to everyone, as the Collect Rocks bot just said, if you sub to me now, you get a free Rocks box. So you go to that link. You can access that by typing !free Rocks box as well. So, really okay.
Music
We
for
just
this
started.
intro, by the way.
What's that?
Perfect music for this intro, by the way.
So we got some stuff going on.
Hell yeah.
We got some stuff going on the table, obviously. Also, please let me know if anything seems broken, because you see, I had to, my C drive is really tiny because of the way this computer was designed. It has like really crazy good hard drives, but like the C drive was meant for just the OS and basically it. But Tabletop Simulator was like saving all assets to the C drive, and amongst that and some other issues like Adobe doing something like that, the C drive filled up, so I had to move a bunch of stuff, and I broke some things. And Tabletop Simulator now has all its asset files in a different drive, and I think it's working correctly. But let me know if you see anything amiss.
Okay. I will do the recap, and then you can explain what this extra bunch of stuff is about.
Yes, recap.
So, last time, if I'm remembering correctly, you all got to deal with the aftermath of waking up outside of the mirrors. Which was fun, because not everybody reacted positively to Brooke evolving. Looks at Riley.
Cough, cough.
Well, he wasn't reacting positively to a lot of things with his current state of mind. Tucker also was a
True.
little leery. More surprised, though.
Kamoa was also not in a great way, but Zeal and Hakamoa ran off to get some of Zeal's pride to come and get Kamoa treatment, which caused you guys to stay the night. And there were some interesting things that you all saw in the cave while you were there. Namely, Tucker had a moment where he was inspecting his reflection for a little while.
Trying to get used to it.
Yeah. And seeing what might be. What can be. And some of you also saw bits of what appeared to be a hollowed out version of the stone box that you guys left with Mawile. But, we'll get to that in about a second. So after Zeal and Hakamo returned, you all decided to go back to Savan Town. With Zeal in tow, mind you. They didn't get to stay.
Quite
And-
unfortunate.
You got to meet up with Pangoro. And I don't believe... Was Riley there
No.
for...
He and Liz went straight to Mawwile's place
Okay,
with Ralph in tow.
that's right, because Lizard was teasing Ralph for one reason or another.
With threatening to tell Mawwile that he's flirting with lions.
Ah, yes, that. Cheeky, sassy Lizard. Which basically left Tucker and Brooke to go talk to Pangoro, who thanked you for what you did. But Tucker didn't want to keep secrets from Rise, and though he seemed hesitant about it, Pangoro did ask to have some time so that he could do it himself on his own terms. Talk to Rise about what had happened, and about Riley's unfortunate connection to Tybert. But, on the positive note, you all finally received the deed to your freaking land, and I have piled up all your currency just under the Kyrio brand sketch art that is necessary to make it happen right now. You guys actually have more money than I thought, but I only took the 2,000 necessary.
You're going to more money.
Wait, you took whose money? This is relevant.
Yours, Riley's, and I took 100 from Brooke and from Ralph, so they contributed.
Oh,
You
God.
yoinked $1,000 out of my barely functioning character's back.
Why did you do this? Why did you do this before this? Why did you rob us before the session even started?
You robbed us before the session.
Because this is how much it costs for your base. You knew this going in.
Well, yeah, but I figured we'd, like, see all our money disappear on video, but okay.
You will! I have just moved it out of your wallets!
Okay.
You will!
Damn, Jolteon's coming in here and
Goodness.
money.
Goodness! I'm not Tom Nook!
If you guys recall, I had tons of money before, or Tucker did.
So did I. I had over $1,000. Oh,
Wow,
Mark.
200 money is what he's left of now, huh? Alright. Robbed by God.
Yeah, anyway.
Hey, it's back to sharing fan art, and the protest is over.
Oh, yes. This most adorable fan art.
I love this.
I love
It's a
it.
commission, actually.
Oh, yeah. Still. Y'all are being represented. You have a big-ass base.
Worth
Pardon my
every.
language. And so when Ralph, Lizard, and Riley were at Mawilds sort of dodged the question about the box nervously until everyone was there. And turns out she used a crowbar to open it. Oh, thank you, Lucario. But what was inside was more interesting than the outside to you. Inside is an egg, a Pokemon egg, that is still perfectly fine, with black and gray marks on it. But inside the panels of the box, Ralph and Tucker, mostly Ralph, because Tucker was not, unfortunately, able to deduce everything about it. But, you know, Ralph is the smart one here. He knows human tech. And Ralph also implied they may have worked for Bill.
Wait,
But... yes.
I don't remember this.
Ralph implied they worked for Bill and worked on the systems that Bill made.
Yeah, I've been very vaguely hinting at that for a pretty long time, actually.
Oh, okay.
I assume I remember Bill.
Yeah, nobody remembers Bill, unfortunately, but that is part
TF?
of what makes this fun.
Transformation occurred with Bill, so I remember him all the time.
Yes. But Ralph was able to surmise that the devices inside the panels of the box serve as a sort of preservation or stasis device that prevents the egg from hatching or being damaged or spoiling until the box can be opened in a safe environment. Considering Mawile was not able to open the box quote-unquote properly, it's a mild miracle the egg is fine still. Though Tucker is also familiar with the technology in a different manner. As a sort of incubation capsule. Which, while the box could have technically been used for that, its purpose was quite the opposite. It was keeping things safe and stuck in time. And it may or may not go without saying, but you all got benched for an entire month by Pangoro because Riley needs to recover, and he doesn't really want any one of you going out at the moment. He may have not thought that decision through entirely, but he basically officially decided that no, none of leaving town for an entire month bare minimum. He may or may not regret this in the future.
I give it a week. He'll want us out.
And yes, you were all going super full tilt for a while, and Pangoro realizes that you guys didn't really have much of a vacation during the vacation, so here's your real vacation.
It's vacation, you're stuck at home.
I like a staycation.
Yeah, so did we all, and that was before quarantine.
I'm an essential worker. I didn't have that.
I mean,
Yeah.
Which is great for me because it means I used my COVID check on buying an Oculus, but that's a bit of a tangent.
Just a little. But that's fine. So, you all are at the start of week 1. Now, what is the first order of business? Since you all have your deed, you all have lots of money still. Yes, I've been taking it out of your bank accounts. It is there preemptively.
Even I have a little bit.
All I'm saying is just don't time skip my inventory, yo.
Alright, we're going to... Well, I know what I want to do. We're going to visit another old friend.
No.
he's gonna die.
Okay. So, we're going to assume this is right after the visit with Mawile, which means you all have an egg. One of you has to carry the egg. It looks like Tucker has the egg, so Tucker gets to carry it.
I mean, I was gonna say, I think this was pretty obvious. I don't remember if I addressed at the end of last session his opinion on the egg. I can't remember, actually.
You did, I believe. I forget the opinion, but I know you did.
But since I can't quite remember what he said, I'll basically re-quote myself. He said he knew how to take care of it. Yeah, Tucker looked very serious about taking care of that egg. Like he felt a sense of duty. So he's got it, I guess packed for now, since they're moving about. Yeah. Though he probably took extra care to, kind of, nestle it comfortably in the, probably around the Murray pool, so it had...
Why not the Cafe V uniform?
And the uniform, I was going to say, kind of nestling, kind of make it a bit of a padded covering for it, spending a little extra time doing that. Because wool is also a clothing material. I know it's electric sheep wool, but technically it's not electrified unless charged or conduited, so it's basically just soft and fluffy in its current state. Remember to vaccinate your egg. You can't vaccinate an egg.
Oh, that's terrible, Kyrio.
The puns have begun. Right then.
Current
And
state.
I know Riley is a little under Lizard's control right now, quote unquote.
Yes.
But if there's anything that Riley expresses wanting to do, Lizard will probably help him do that.
That would require him expressing something. He's still at 2 words in like 2 days.
Sure.
You need to teach him how to speak again, that's all.
So, one of the first things Lizard is going to do... Lizard is going to go to the spa.
I mean, I'm not sure where the spa is in relation to where we are, but I will say that if it involves going past the Pioneering Building, Radley is going to avoid said building like it's on fire.
That is okay. You are already past the Pioneering Building on the way to the spa.
Fantastic.
What's he doing?
Lizard is going to take Riley to the spa and will inform everybody that they are going to take Riley to the spa because, well, Hopefully it helps. It's a start.
And Riley's avoiding the Pioneering Club.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Hey, listen, I recommend the milk bath. It's super relaxing, and they let you drink the milk at the end.
Lizard pauses
It's
in the
great.
doorway, fishes the coupon out of Riley's bag, and gives Ralph a deadpan look. You're not coming with us.
Or, well, no, I gotta go visit another old friend. They'll be super happy to see me.
Riley is eyeing Ralph suspiciously.
I know Lizard's
your
like,
old icon.
I like how Lizard's just straight up like, no, fuck off, Ralph. Go away. Just go away attitude.
I'm going to ask for the bath that is on the other side of the building from the mailroom.
Huh?
It leaves with
Ralph.
Riley.
Not sure.
You were cutting out real bad. I didn't hear a word of that.
Oh, sorry. Lizard goes, I think I'm going to ask for a bath on the other side of the building from the mail house.
He doesn't want to be in the same bath that Ralph was in.
It's more like we don't want to be in the blast range.
Have fun, Brooke will say. You guys deserve it.
Tucker doesn't say much, but does nod to the idea, kind of eyeing Riley and just kind of thinking, it's clear the dog's just thinking that he hopes he'll recover soon.
Okay, but trust me, milk bath, that's your #1 ticket right there. That'll fix him right up.
So, we know what Ralph wants to do, and that's going to be a minor fiasco in and of itself. What does Tucker want to do?
For the time being, Tucker will probably stick to Brooke. Well, did Brooke express anything as far as intentions yet?
Not quite. I'm also going to be patient with Kyrio because they have to have their mic off due to Death Roomba.
Doomba.
Doomba.
Tucker will probably, more or less just stick to Brooke's side, and kind of be a little bit distracted by his bag, kind of making sure the egg is sitting nicely and such. It's clear that he's already doting on it a bit. But it doesn't seem like he has any immediate plans.
Know that the box was heavier in your bag than the egg, but your bag feels heavier than when you had the box in it.
What? Wait, I'm sorry, could you re-say that? Because that confused my brain.
Metaphorically speaking.
Okay. Metaphors apparently destroy my brain. Sometimes.
Also, you know you have a magnet equipped, right?
What?
Just you walking can charge the marine pool.
What? Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
That's the magnet item, I just remembered.
Wait, are they close enough to cause a problem?
I mean, I assume that the magnet is just like... I'm assuming the bag is like tied around Tucker's neck to some extent, or like body in a sort of harness fashion, and the magnet's just one of those stick magnets that's just jammed between one of the straps.
Well, that's fine. If that's the case, I mean, Tucker would notice the static electricity too, right?
Brooke is probably going to the plot we own and check it out, though he has no real idea what he'll do there. Okay. So, we'll do that first.
We'll okay, on the subject of... If you're taking that as a serious point, then Tucker will be removing the marine pool when he notices a bit of a charge starting to happen. Though actually, I guess that charge would have been happening for a while. Technically speaking.
It would have been minuscule buildup. At worst, you're probably going to feel like static buzz on one particular point on your body.
Still,
like you're first standing on a small area.
Still, that will elicit concern with the egg, I suppose, now that you mention it. So Tucker will actually turn to Brooke while Brooke is deciding his actions still, and simply ask if it's okay if Brooke holds on to this for a while. Being kind of polite about it because he realizes he's trying to give an electric item to a water type.
So Brooke couldn't learn Thunderfang.
Just take a bite out of that woolen, maybe.
Confused but accepted. I'll drop it in your bag. Tucker doesn't have an immediate use for that Marie pool anyways.
This is fine. You guys have bag space to spare.
Does Brooke announce his intentions about what he wants to do?
I would assume so.
Okay. No, I'll let Kyrie decide. But it's pretty obvious, it'll be pretty obvious to Brooke that for the time being, Tucker is just sticking to him. Okay.
So, I'm sorry, Ralph, we're going to do the plot first, because that's easy. And it's not as hard on my voice.
And less cringe pussy.
Less screaming off the program. Because it's been a while since I've done that voice. So, you get to the plot, and it's not terribly far from the Pioneering Club. It is within visual distance, which really isn't all that surprising, since there was plenty of empty space on that side of the road, if you could call it a road. And you can see it's been marked out, and there's this crudely, almost crayon-written sign that says Team Cheers Base, and it is misspelled horrendously. You're almost certain that Pangoro allowed the children to make this little sign on the fence post.
Okay, we gotta keep it now. Like, that sign's gotta stay there forever.
If Tucker could perceive it was written by the children, he would probably want to keep it up too.
But, so, for the audience, also, before I do that, aw, it's adorable, Brooke says, grinning at it.
Tucker
So
also seems a bit enchanted by it, wagging his tail a little bit.
This is a 50-foot by 50-foot square land. Some of you in the audience may realize this is a very large plot of land. I have already explained to the players the why and the hows.
Also, just to explain to anybody who's confused, we've drawn up building plans, but of this current time, it's just a plot of land. Nothing's there.
Yes.
Because I realize somebody's probably going to be confused and think it's pre-built. It's not pre-built. We spent a lot. We spent last Wednesday talking about it. This is our general design. Actually, this has two sides.
Yes. The top floor, as is shown now.
And the bottom floor.
No, first floor. There's a cellar, but that is not depicted anywhere because that is nebulous and it can basically be the entire square.
That's true.
But,
would one consider a bottom floor a basement or a first floor? I'm kind of curious. Also, some people don't say first floor. Some people say... What's the word for first floor that some people use? Is it main floor? Yeah. Where the first floor is actually the one above it, I think, right? I don't know.
It depends. However you want to go about it, the floor that is on the ground.
Ground floor, right. It's called ground.
Brooke and Tucker will be able to see that this is a fairly decent... chunk of land that you guys have. It's basically the equivalent size to what the Pioneering Club takes up.
That's actually really generous.
Well, okay, not the equivalent size, I would say, because the Pioneering Club definitely has a bunch of extra space to it, but it looks close to you guys. And yes, what Kyrio says, basically you guys doodled on a napkin are going to give it to the construction crew and say good luck.
Yeah, about the doodling on a napkin part, we gotta we gotta figure out in game how we're doing these plans.
So, you guys can generally say how you're doing those plans and that you're going to give them to the Pokemon that do construction around town, which
We'd also figure out.
You can go to the mail lady to get some paper and a pen. She'll still have some, and she'd love to see Ralph a second time in the day.
you can't hear my noises. I know you can't. I mean, if Ralph does a lot of the precision stuff, I would not be surprised. But Ralph is also not an architectural engineer.
We get Mogwai to do it. Sure, she's got paper.
Mogwai is an archaeologist.
Yeah, she studies buildings.
Oh no, I just realized that Zelcam makes a random comment. So remember how last Wednesday we were all joking about how the door should have 3 doors? Because you need a door for Snorlax, a normal door inside of that for normal people, and then a doggy door for Tucker. It just occurred to me the doggy door concept is actually not unreasonable because, well, depending on how the main door is constructed, it might just be an easier way for him to enter and exit comfortably. Actually, how are most of these doors in these towns being constructed? I have to wonder this.
It depends.
It's
Some
like
of them
a
are
style,
push
but
doors, kind of the Pioneering Club. The Pioneering Club is a push-pull door. Rise's house has a rope doorknob, quote-unquote, that you can just pull on his tail or something.
Oh, that's clever.
Yes, it does have a lock.
A rope
Pokemon
makes
that value
sense.
their privacy do have locks.
A rope
They are
makes a lot more
tools.
sense than a doorknob for Pokemon.
Yes. It's also not as expensive because doorknobs are usually made of a form of metal or wood. And rope is generally durable. And then there's some Pokemon that have the traditional, well, I don't care, I don't even need a door thing going on.
Yes, some open air is quite common as well in the PMD universe. We've seen that.
Well, in Savantown in particular, because there isn't generally much need for it in Savantown, but doors are a bit more common than you may think. If only because, well, the Salandit Bandits were a thing until recently, and they aren't the only roving bands around.
So when you live on a pretty wild continent, you might just want to keep out wild Pokemon now and then.
Yes. But, well,
Kyrio.
this door can't stop me because I can't read! Oh goodness. It's the door to a sardine closet or something.
Actually, the doggy door wouldn't make much sense anyways, because when Tucker evolves, he would get stuck in it.
Now I'm imagining you guys... I'm imagining you guys get the doggy door. It's relatively Tucker sized. Tucker eventually evolves, tries to go through the doggy door, gets stuck, and is disappointed.
He gets stuck around his belly for sure. What was that?
He Winnie the Pooh's himself.
It's unfortunate.
Oh no. Anyway.
You'll have to feed him honey from the door.
Aw.
Just push him back out. Honestly, that's what I'd do.
So, while Brooke and Tucker figure out the initial start of the base...
Wait, I'm sorry. Mental image. Eragon just gave me push him back out. I just imagine Riley coming from inside, walking up to the door with Tucker stuck in the dog door, just looking at him flatly, putting Rollufoot on Tucker's face, and just pushing him out.
That's
Back out.
exactly what I was picturing. That's exactly what I was picturing.
Oh gosh.
I'm glad you got Riley's personality down.
Yeah, I gotta figure it out at this point.
Oh.
That's perfect.
That's adorable. It's funny and adorable. But well, Brooke and Tucker figure that out. Because I assume that's going to be on their minds now that they can see all the space that they have.
Space. Love space.
Yes.
Yes, I love that game.
Lizard and Riley make it to the spa. I assume Riley is really leery of everyone, but especially Crocodile, because Crocodile is Grumpy Eustace Pokemon.
Oh, absolutely.
Crocodile glares at Riley, Riley squints at Crocodile.
Oh yeah, it's a staring contest and neither of them are gonna stop.
Miltank makes some offhand comment about, aw, they're getting along. Takes the coupon and
will flip, but that is all the response that she will get.
but Miltank will take the Super Spa coupon and usher Lizard and Riley back for their extended treatment. Thankfully, it has nothing to do with the Florges sisters, who would probably get beaten up by Riley because
Absolutely. No touching.
Riley has no patience for the touchies.
No touching.
Ralph,
End up thrown out the window.
Oh boy.
you want to go to the nail house, right?
Yes.
What was the reason again?
I'm gonna pick up my old part-time job as a mail carrier and, I don't get it.
Oh, you want to get the job back, huh? Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
my old part-time job.
All right.
Let's see.
So, you make it back to the mail house, and it looks like the door has been remade. And it's a simple door. It's a round door. It's a push door.
Okay, cool, I'm gonna pull it open. I'm just kidding.
It pulls it
I
off.
mean, there's no handle on it. You can only push it. You can only push this door.
Oh, that's good, they finally fixed your door. Okay, let's go. He pops it.
Walk in, and there are, of course, Pick-a-Peck fluttering about with letters. And as the door shuts, it swings backward out, and it swings back and forth a few times before it stops. So it is one of those doors.
It's like a saloon door. A Wild West saloon door. Must make it easy for the Pick-a-Pecks to fly in and out.
The Pick-a-Pecks have a
they
bunch
have,
of
like,
airy-style holes in
Oh yeah, they have like
the
10
roof.
meters.
And Toucan is there, occupied at her centralized desk, with piles of paperwork, humming happily to herself. She doesn't notice you yet. She's just so happily engrossed in her mail work.
Are you drunk again?
No,
I'm sorry, I have to interrupt
that's
you.
That's so hilarious.
Also, everybody is asking you, please back the fuck away from your mic. For once, you're being too loud.
Oh, shoot. Wait, I'm using the same headset.
Oh, it's a new headset. Okay, that explains the
Same
difference.
headset.
It's the same headset.
I've
Oh.
been
It's
using.
opposite, actually.
Oh, then why is it?
Alright, there we go. I moved the mic a little bit up on the headset.
That sounds a lot. Your voice is now not like level breaking, so I can understand you better now.
Okay.
Okay. Tiny Toucan, guess who's back? Did you miss me? I missed you. So
Everything stops. Like, Pick-a-Peck flying in the air, stop, drop what they're doing, and hover there. There is silence.
So, I was wondering if I could pick back up my old part-time job. See, look, I got a big bag now, see? See how big it is?
He was
Thank you.
gone. He was gone.
But yeah, well, now I'm back for a whole week.
Month.
It was Tango Dingo's idea.
Month. It's a month.
Oh, month. But now I'm back for a whole month. It was
You hear
Tango
a heavy thud, and the paperwork on the desk jumps a good 3 inches in the air before settling back down in its stacks. You cannot see Toucanen at the moment. She is hidden behind the stacks of paperwork. But you can almost feel the despair.
I'm gonna take one little claw and move one of the stacks of paperwork over so I can see her face. There's that smiling face. You're a Pokemon that really loves your work.
She slowly lifts her head, and the scowl you know and love is returned. What do you want?
So it's gonna, pick back up my old part-time job. Deliver a few letters and stuff. Like I did back in the day. It'll be just like old times. Ain't that great?
She looks up, and all the Pick-a-Peck immediately flail and return to their work as fast as possible. We don't have any extra positions right now.
No.
Besides, where would you be delivering to?
Yeah, well, I don't know. You told me where I delivered last time, or I just sort of followed your pictures on the envelopes.
Well, Ralph, I hate to tell you. No, she really doesn't hate to tell you. This time she actually looks like she's smiling in an almost evil fashion. But we've already acquired the services of a faster delivery service, and for parcels, no less.
Oh. Well, I guess I'm not particularly fast. That's Gwen.
Yup.
I like what you did with the place. Nice new door. Your old one had a big hole in it, and that was no good.
Her eyes narrow, and she does the finger steeple, but with wings and feathers, as she glares down at you. Though I suppose we could use help sorting.
Sorting?
Oh yes. It is the most dreadfully boring task here, and I'm afraid I'm just one Pokemon after all. All the Pick-a-Peck are ever so busy sending the letters where they need to go.
Okie dokie. Show me how it's done, Captain.
She pauses. Clearly, based on the look of dismay on her face, she did not expect Ralph to be able to go for the mind-numbing job of sorting mail. Okay! Just, she's starting to break, like one of her eyes is twitching. And, eventually, a Trumbeak comes over and alights on the desk, slowly moves the stack of paperwork Ralph had previously moved back into its place so she can't be seen, and then turns around to Ralph. Okay.
You're gonna show me how to do the sorting? Captain Crunch says I'll be good at sorting.
Okay, Bob. Listen up. Postmistress Toucanen can't take that much stress. So we're gonna have you all the way in the back.
Dokie.
Yeah, I thought.
See you later, Posty. This is like the Post Queen. We should call her Queen Posty.
The Trumbeak does not dignify that with a response, but you can just hear two cannons wailing as you walk towards the back of the post house.
I thought of a perfect Ralph joke, by the way, for the whole sorting activity thing. He should have said, when offered the job, well, that sounds sorta interesting.
Oh, no. So,
too
I
late.
feel we can get this sorted out.
you head to a back room with Trumbeak. And thankfully there's a door there and not just like a wall hole for Pick-a-Peck and Trumbeak to go through. And there is stacks of mail. A table, 2 chairs, and the walls are lined with labeled cubbies. And Trumbeak flutters over, alights on the table, and points with one wing at a chair. Okay.
Loki? You know, I
Okay,
think
Bob.
this was my favorite mini game in the Wind Waker, so I think I got this.
In the what now? In a what who?
I said this was my
Okay,
favorite
guys,
mini
this
game.
is not a game. The Postal Service is a relatively serious job, so let me tell you something. If you purposefully mismanage the mail, I will be the one to tie you up and let Trumbeak go at you.
Oh, I'm sorry, only Mawile can go at me. I'll do it.
And Trumbeak gets in your face, poking at your forehead with her beak. Ha! Ha! I'm serious. I will let Toucannon fire her Toucannon at your head until it is frowned.
Okay, I'll do good. I'll do good.
Good! She chirps in a most chipper manner. Okay, so each of these cubbies corresponds to a geographical grid here on the Plains continent, and then, and she points to a wall where the cubbies have been painted different colors. This is outgoing and or ingoing mail, depending on the label,
Doki doki.
from or to other continents. If there is a box back here, don't touch it. Because that belongs to the parcel delivery service. If you mess with the parcel delivery service and somebody doesn't get their package,
Will Toucannon also blast my head off then?
no, then I'm going to feed you to the flygons that run it.
No, that's no good.
Trust me, they can eat more than you can, and that's a pretty decent speed.
Yeah, that's pretty good, Pete. That can eat a lot. And Flygons have a really annoying type combination, so you don't want to fight them.
No, you don't. Besides, you're like snack size compared to them.
Well, just you wait, someday I'll evolve. Alrighty, I think I got this.
Well, first, and Trumbeak brings over a map of the Plains continent. You're going to want this.
Yeah. You know, that one time, I saw this really great map of the Plains continent, and I totally transcribed it, and I did a pretty darn good job.
Huh, interesting. Anyway, back to training you, and since this is your first day, I'll be nice and spend the whole day with you so you don't accidentally screw up somebody's mail.
No, I would never. I know what I'm doing.
Uh-huh. Still, it's my job to train all the Pick-a-Peck, and since you're new here, it's my job to train you. So,
Yeah,
are you ready to do some mail?
yeah, let's do this.
Cool, Ralph is now being trained to do mail sorting.
Oh, wait, do I get a hat? You know, like a post hat? I mean, do I get a post hat? You know, I'm a professional. I wear many hats.
We'll get you a hat.
Oh, that's so cool.
Trumbeak is smart. She's learned that she can work with Ralph. In any case, Ralph is going to be stuck there for a while.
He'll be there for a week before he can get out.
Okay. And Lizard and Riley are at the spa for the day. They probably won't be out until late until the night.
A very interesting spa experience when one of the people in the spa is going to be snarling at you constantly.
I also see
That's
Charm
what
is
pirate
helping
women are for.
fix some syntax.
I'm sorry? Also, I'm sorry, I was paying attention to a few things.
It's okay. The only thing you missed is Tubby getting severely threatened by Trumbeak.
Oh, I wasn't missing that. I thought the scene shifted. I may have missed something there.
We shifted away from Tubby because he is now being trained to sort mail. And if that is what Ralph desires to do for downtime, that's fine. Ralph is going to be a moneymaker.
Well, the weird thing is I don't know if Ralph's going to find that boring or not. He's so
You
weird I
might
can't
enjoy
tell.
it, that's the thing.
Well, the other thing is, back in that back room, Ralph has relative privacy, and if he feels like working on his other project back there when there isn't mail to sort, there isn't anyone to stop it.
He's gonna end up shooting a taser at the toucan by accident.
That table is going to be covered in scorch marks on the underside. Like chewed gum, but worse.
Oh god.
So, has there been a consensus made for Brooke and Tucker moving forward on the base?
Well, at last they were just admiring the kid's side for it, so...
Have to go find the house builders.
They probably haven't come up with much idea of what to do yet. They just enjoy looking at it.
Just lay out your
I
lawn
sure
and
love
then
this
just
plot
eat.
of land. Let's just get a chair and look at it for an hour or something.
Now, I
It's
should
real
make
nice,
mention
nice and
that
flat.
this plot of land, much of it does look about as arid as the rest of the dirt around Savantown. So, starting a garden would probably be relatively difficult without some working of the land and aerating it. I do not know cultivation terms, I'm sorry. But essentially,
okay,
it would
Ellie.
take some work for you guys to start something like, say, a berry garden.
Right. Well, we have the lay of the land at least, so maybe later tonight we can have everyone contribute ideas to the design.
Indeed.
But for now, we're probably done here.
Tucker would nod to that, and it's kind of obvious that, well, he's pretty impressed by just how much space there is. It might be possible to tell that the gears are turning in his head a little bit as to how they could use it all. I guess he would probably turn to Brooke and ask, "What are you gonna do now?" "I'm not really sure what I should be doing today. Aside from, well," he kind of taps his pouch. "Find a safe place for this later would be good, but..."
Well, when I usually have free time in Savantown, I head to the orchard.
If that's what you would like to do, you are certainly free to spend your time today in the orchard.
That's the plan.
Tucker will contemplate that, and ultimately he won't join Brooke on that activity. Thinking to himself that, or saying, probably would state something along the lines of, That doesn't sound exactly like my sort of thing, but I hope it goes well for you. I think I'll go by the club again. Maybe see how everybody's doing there.
Good thing. Meet you later.
Brooke, when you get to the orchard, Panpour and Pansage are pretty ecstatic to have you back. Because you're one of the few water types in Savantown. So they are happy to have any and all help from you.
Good to be useful.
So Tucker is heading back to the Pioneer Club. Are you doing anything in particular?
Tucker?
Sorry, I was finishing a message. Yeah, let's see. So, he would probably be looking to see how... Well, first off, he's still concerned about Rise. And I think, if I recall last session, Rise did mention wanting to see him, I think? Was that directly mentioned?
Yes. Rise did want to talk to Tucker at some point.
So...
And I believe he mentioned that he wanted to help Tucker out.
Yeah, which is basically why Tucker will be heading back to the club, since he knows that, obviously, Rise frequents there for the cafe. Though he will not immediately... Well, actually, let's see. He'll probably head he's going to head over to the Pioneering Club. And yeah, I guess he'll just probably hang out in the cafe for now. I would say he'd get something to eat, but I'm, like, wondering about the money situation now. Then again, wait, free meals. How many
We
a
get
day?
2 free meals now. We got another one.
You're fine.
No worries.
You are
then.
silver rank. You're fine.
Well,
He
he's
is basically blue past bronze. So
it's kind of like, anybody who's observing, it's kind of obvious that Tucker's kind of getting used to the idea of unwinding. There's been a lot that happened lately, and some of it's still kind of exhausting him, at least on an emotional level. But he is also, like, ultimately liking the idea of just some downtime, so... He's decelerating right now, I guess you could say.
as usual, there are pioneers here. Some come, some go, some while away their time. Either they're drinking berry juice, fermented or not, having a meal, or just chatting up or getting ready for their next mission. It's a pleasant atmosphere.
Tucker will grab himself a table, situating his, and actually he'll take off his bag for now and set it set it on the table, propping the egg in such a way to make it comfortable, of course.
So are you going to remain here the rest of the day, basically?
I think he will spend, most of the day just kind of relaxing, kind of eating surprisingly slowly for him, and just kind of hanging, just like I said, decelerating. He'll also try to get, to also watch for Rise and basically do that thing he did before where he kind of waits for Rise to get off ship before trying to talk to Rise.
Well, Rise is going to eventually notice that you're just sitting there alone, which is unusual, but, everybody's just come back to town and they're doing your own thing.
Is Rise yet aware that we're basically on a staycation?
No.
Probably not.
Okay.
In fact, aside from Ballwile, nobody outside of Team Cheer knows about the egg either.
It will probably be evident to Rise that Tucker has something or other going on with it, since he set the bag aside and wants to is keeping a casual eye on it. Even occasionally shifting and like repositioning something inside of the bag.
What's troubling you, my favorite puppy? Rise purrs as he saunters up, sliding a tray through some shadows to its proper table.
Oh, well, nothing really. We're kind of on a break now.
He smiles.
Tangora's orders.
Oh, well, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised, considering everything you've all done recently.
The dog's ears kind of droop a bit tiredly at the mention of recent events.
Yeah, I guess sea spray wasn't really as relaxing as it was supposed to be, huh?
Well, it really is, especially considering. And he rolls his eyes, motioning with his head to the rest of the tavern. Who you happen to be going on vacation with? Trust me, it's not always that bad, but there's always something.
Just a moment. Where the heck's Rise's model? I've lost it again.
It's in the wood chipper.
No. No! It's the worst place for Rise. Well, I mean, I got Rise here. New/bad. Wait, that's a bad? Is it supposed to be there? Alright, here. I'll just... There. I think that works. I don't know why I was in player models, but okay. There we are. I'll get it, Rise. Try to situate characters so it's like, okay, you know, this scene's over here. Alright. Tucker would just kind of chuckle to the mention and seeming to contemplate how Sea Spray is quite the busy place and that it having things happen all the time, it doesn't sound all that terribly crazy, given its size.
Don't get me wrong, it was still a nice trip. Well, at least parts of it.
As he kind of expresses that, he's still kind of tending to the bag a little bit, adjusting something in it again, though Rice still can't quite tell what it is because he's keeping the bag closed.
Rice briefly glances down at the bag and then back up at Tucker, but he doesn't seem to question it. Well, since I have a free moment, he glances over his shoulder towards the Houndoom you picked up, who is frantically trying to work in the kitchen.
That poor man.
Thanks in part to the good help you brought me. I'm hoping I could talk to you about what I said before.
The pup's ears perk up a bit more.
Oh yeah, that's part of the reason I came here. Well, I also want something to eat, but...
He kind of chuckles at himself.
Bryce slides around and takes a seat, resting his forepaws atop the table. You know how I tend to get around, right?
He kind of glances at the cat's shadow, and then kind of at his own for a second too.
Yeah, it's quite the trick.
it's clear that he's always been kind of impressed by Shadow Sneak.
It's not something just anyone can do, especially when you're not a ghost. But he looks pensive, staring down at the table, and his gaze glides off to the side, obviously thinking about something. I'd like for you to have a way that you can escape if things get to be too much. Or, closing his eyes for a moment, Rise takes a deep breath and sighs it out, turning his head and giving you a sad smile. A way for you to be there when you're just a little too far away for your legs to carry you on your own.
Tucker studies the feline's expression as this is all said, his own eyes going a little bit wide as the mention of escape's brought up. There's a small shiver that goes down his body, noticeably, as he does think of several situations where he's wanted to run away in the past. His ear kind of tilts as he thinks about it, and the rest of the words as well.
I don't want to just run away from things, but sometimes
He kind of lowers his head.
that would be good to have.
It's all well and good to want to fight, Tucker. But you need to learn to pick your battles. And I can tell that... No. I know what you've been through. He looks at the Pucciana sympathetically. There is no shame in running away if something is too much. That's something that I learned a long, long time ago. I made a mistake once, and none of us was brave enough to run away. It almost cost us our lives. It's good to be strong, my playful little pooch. But it's far better to be alive than to be strong. He cracks a smile, seeming a bit more like his usual self now. Well, if you want to take me up on this offer, go ahead and find me after my shift. If I'm available, I'll teach you. And you can feel free to spend the night, if you so wish. As always. And don't mind North. He's finally starting to learn to be quiet at night.
Tucker clearly takes the full weight of the words that Rise says, and nods slowly as he's told everything. He does crack his own lighter smile as the mood is lifted.
Alright, Rice. I think I'd like that.
The Lightheart gives you a nod, and then he pauses, and one ear twitches. The smell of something burning reaches your nose. I'm sorry! I promise I'm sorry! I'm fixing it! As Nakamu is clenching a hot pan that is spewing smoke in their teeth, trying to run from the cooking area. Rise just slowly closes his eyes. That same sly feline smile on his face. And he stands up. Well, as always, my breaks are short-lived. I'll see you around, my protege.
The pooch wags his tail, feeling kind of warm to that comment. I suppose it's appropriate to say that Horny fucked it up.
Oh no! Now you're going to... No, not the name.
I'm sorry, I had to.
We are not making.
It's
that
not
name
my fault that
canon.
look at the chat. It's not my fault.
The chat named
Don't
him.
encourage it.
This is my NPC. How can you name him instead of me? He shakes fist in the air.
Also, I want to say I appreciate
Yes,
something on the table right now. Look at the lovely whiskered triangle that Rise's head makes as a shadow right now. Speaking of shadows. That's amazing. I kind of love it.
Nice.
Oh, what? I have shadows turned off, so.
Yeah, shadows on is kind of fun. I have maximum settings in Tabletop Simulator because I can. And no, that doesn't affect XSplit freezing up. I could have this running like a... I could have this looking like a potato and XSplit would freeze up the same way, so may as well max it out.
Alright. So. We will fast forward a bit. Because... Well...
We can.
Yeah, we can, and also I'm not going to fully roleplay out every
Actually,
day. Otherwise, we are going to be here
that-
for 100 episodes.
That is fair. I do want to... one thing, though, as Rise leaves, Tucker actually will... First off, Tucker wasn't trying to hide the egg, per se. Just didn't really think to show it. But he actually opens the bag and just noses the egg for a second as he considers Rise's words and just speaks under his own breath.
Maybe sometimes running away lets you protect things too. Not everything's about fighting.
My heart. I shouldn't be surprised this is Tucker, but oh, my heart. In any case, so Ralph and Brooke. I'm also going to move Ralph over where he belongs. Move him over here because I'm betting people are going to meet up.
Awesome.
Both of you.
So, do I have the new post hat?
You have to leave the post hat at the post office.
Ah.
If you try to walk out with it, dude, they're going to tell you to return it post-haste.
You need to work there for a cumulative 3,000 hours before you get to keep the hat.
So, for the work that Brooke and Ralph do, yes, I know, surprise, Ralph did work.
Yes.
$5.
Each of you has the equivalent of 10 poke given to you.
Oh.
Oh,
Hey,
An entire day's
giblets.
worth for $10.
yeah, you can't beat 10 giblets for an honest day's work.
I can't
So
believe I
what's-
literally stole 100 days' work from the Slanded Bandits.
Tucker, are you going to do anything besides sit your comfy bottom at the table?
No, that does sound pretty comfy. He will, since he has effectively arranged an event with Rise, he will be kind of dutifully hanging out until then.
I just didn't know if you were going to check in on the daycare or not.
Actually, a good point. He probably would. Especially since Rise's shift is a bit long. And his food would probably not last the entire shift, so.
Let's just say Zeal is happy that you came to the daycare.
Is Zeal there?
Where else are you gonna put him?
I mean,
Yeah, Zeal is on daycare duty today because Noibat gets to do their actual job today.
rather than being tormented by children. Got it.
Yeah, and Pangoro really isn't in a way to be entertaining children. So.
Well, Tucker will indeed poke in on the kids. It's been a little while since they've seen the last.
They are excited because they remember you. You were fun.
I'm the fun teacher.
You also let them have extra snacks inadvertently.
because Tucker is too nice.
Oh no, you're going to spoil them, aren't you?
Tucker, when Tucker gets over to the daycare, having the thought to check on them, he just going up the steps. If anybody sees him, they'll notice he seems a bit wriggly as he does so, like he's getting a bit of new energy. Just thinking about popping up and seeing how they're doing. And by the time he's actually up to the daycare, he's got his tail quite high and wiggly. He's not even thinking about how elated he's demonstrating his body, but, well, he's happy to see him again, and hopes they're doing good.
They are doing well, including the mute Squirtle.
Yay!
The mute Squirtle, who, by the way, has stolen the washing basin that they were originally in way back when,
That's his
and
washing
is
basin.
currently just hiding under it partially and is only peeking out occasionally. They see you there, and then they start to try sneaking out under the wash basin like Pokemon version of Snake.
Dun, 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 dun.
Because, of course, they miss Brooke.
That's true.
So this one's liquid snake, right?
Oh my god.
Brother!
Oh gosh. Look, if we're gonna get DMCA'd, I want to do it singing something nice, alright? Not because of reference. Not that we've been DMCA'd for references. We're fine.
I'll give it time.
Riley.
Good morning.
Yes, you spend a pleasant time with Lizard. And it's not just like a super long soak in a milk bath or an actual sauna room. There is a point where a massage is offered, and Lizard is smart enough to decline that part.
Poor masseuse would have gotten their hand bitten off.
Yeah, because they do have a Machoke assistant for this sort of thing, and Lizard looks at that and goes, "No, thank you."
The first thing that popped into my head actually was Riley down like on the massage table in massage position, and like he's like snarling and biting one of the Miltank's hooves, and the Miltank goes "Moo!" with like big anime owie tears.
Oh no, I need to go back to Tucker the daycare after this. Somebody made a point.
Oh no.
So something needs to be addressed, basically.
I'm going to lock this field before I fuck it up.
That's a good
Are you
idea.
Are you touching things again?
What are you fucking up, though?
No, I'm not fucking up anything. I just noticed the field was moving every time I moved my character. I'm like, I'm gonna lock that.
Wait, the field itself was moving? Oh, that's why it's off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the field was unlocked for some reason.
That's weird.
In any case. So wait, what happened? Oh, there's Tucker.
No.
Tucker just wasn't on the field, and I was like, wait, where's Tucker?
Tucker, sneaky.
Riley.
Hello again.
This spa day is rejuvenating for you. And there is, of course, the close scare with the massage section, but Lizard declines, and instead, you two spend time together. It's nice. You're left alone. And Lizard spend time basically washing Riley.
You gotta keep your pets clean.
Oh, shut up.
Lizard
You had
hardly
to
says
go there.
anything. Lizard hardly says anything either. They seem perfectly happy with being quiet. If maybe even a little self-conscious.
Oh god, he's gonna just sit there in total silence. Because Riley isn't talking right now.
And then there comes a point where Lizard stops and just hugs you.
Riley will lean into this hug.
Regain a will.
Oh,
Dun dun dun.
I guess that's not too surprising, but
But alas, eventually the spa trip must end. As pleasant as it has been. And it has been incredibly soothing for your sore, aching, and possibly scarred muscles.
Oh, they're very aching. I'm not sure about scars, though. If my muscles themselves are scarred, I don't think I'd be able to see that.
But on the bright side, it doesn't feel like your bones are broken anymore.
Well, that's a plus. I'm no longer falling apart at the seams
Anymore.
anymore.
So,
For now.
I take it you all are going to eventually converge after job time
Yeah.
at the Pioneering Club?
I mean,
yes, though there is
tough sell getting Riley in there.
before the conversion point. If there's something else I can do with Tucker real fast.
Oh, yes, sorry.
Yeah, when he meets up with the daycare kids, he's gonna hang out with them for a while, since he knows that Rice is not gonna be off shift for a bit. And also, well, he'll help the prince with whatever. I don't even know what is Prince Hill doing actually. How does he babysit these kids? Basically,
He gets mauled over and over again.
He attempts to command them and fails.
Yeah, sounds about right for a prince. Okay, so the thing that was brought up to me is that Tucker will be addressing the daycare as a whole about the sign on their plot and asking who worked on that. And it's clear that he's very elated about it.
All of the children immediately start going, me, me. And if they have hands or wings or whatever, they're holding it up and crowding around Tucker excitedly.
Tucker will give basically every single one of them a nuzzle and probably accidentally bap them with his waggling tail at times, and basically thank them all for their hard work.
The children are pretty happy, and well, they definitely want to do more because, well, they're super excited for Best Babysitter Tucker and, you know, helping them do things. Also, it was a fun activity for them, and they enjoyed it. At least it was a decent distraction while Pangoro waited and worried for all of you as you went off to the Cave of Mirrors.
Well, if they want to do... Tucker can't help but express something like...
Well, if you guys enjoyed that, I'm sure there's some other stuff we could do together at the base once we've got something built up, I suppose. I'll see if I can have you guys over for something.
The children cheer, and Zeal weeps tears of relief. And then he realizes, wait, that means they'll be in close proximity. And then his eyes become the normal derpy saucers again.
It's clear that Tucker's got a few ideas as the kids are so excited.
So, want to give me a insight survival alert check?
Who? Me?
Yes.
Okay,
I
sure.
want to see if you notice the Squirtle.
Oh, that's a good point. I need some alertness. I could spend on that, actually.
It's not hard to notice the sound and sight of the Squirtle underneath the wash basin slowly scooting across the floor towards the stairs.
He's trying to leave.
They want to see Brooke. They haven't seen Brooke.
Dutifully, Tucker will kind of softly pad between the moving wash basin and the doorway out. And I can't remember. I can only remember Brooke's interactions in this Mute Squirtle. Did Tucker have any?
Not much. You were taking care of the daycare while they were there, though.
Yeah, they were clearly there, and clearly, in that case, Tucker interacted with them as kindly as the others. Tucker will chuckle a little bit as the wash basin stops against his paw.
Hey there, little one. You can't be heading out all by your lonesome. Where are you trying to go?
He knows that the Squirtle is mute, but he's also very attentive for any charades that the Squirtle might be wanting to do.
Psst. You may want to try using something you've recently acquired.
Oh, good point, actually.
Because the Squirtle lifts up the basin enough to look at Tucker and gives them the big sparkly red Squirtle eyes, and then points at Tucker.
Tucker kind of tilts his head as he studies the Squirtle. And it kind of just comes out. His interest in figuring out the Squirtle leads to him using empathy. Kind of without really meaning to. Let's see what we get out of that. Oh, I do have an etiquette point. Okay. 3 is apparently today's 2.
The blessing of 3. So you can tell that the Squirtle wants to meet someone, and it's not hard to tell who, especially considering they're pointing at you, and it's not you. Otherwise, they wouldn't be trying to sneak off. You can tell that they definitely miss someone they feel close to. Considering there's only so many water types around the Pioneering Club these days, it's not hard to tell who.
Oh, you wanna see Brooke, don't you?
The Squirtle nods and crawls out from underneath the wash basin.
Tucker giggles a little bit and raises a forepaw to gently pat the Squirtle's head.
Well, he's not here right now. He's doing some work outside in another part of town. But I'm sure I will see him later tonight, so why don't you just wait here for a little bit? I'm sure he'll be by the club soon.
The poor mute Squirtle is disappointed, but they slowly shuffle back to the daycare room, dragging the wash basin with them, noisily.
Tucker will observe. Tucker will ask Seal if they've had their snacks today.
They have indeed had their snacks today.
Tucker will then ask Seal if he can get the kids into a game for a second, something to get their attention.
Without even thinking. Yep, sure, I can do that. Let's play King of the Mountain of Cushions! Wait, why did I suggest this again? The immediate regret on Seal's face as all the kids shout in excitement.
Tucker, clearly being a little bit conniving, and he sneaks over to the snacks drawer while the kids are not looking, and just pulls out one. and he's gonna just squirrel that away for now. His intent, I'll just say, is to both tell Brooke that there's a certain squirrel that'd like to see him, and also give Brooke the snack to give to the squirrel later.
Right?
Question for Ralph. Tubby?
Can't believe he's dead.
The post job
no.
killed him.
Sorting mail killed Tubby.
We all knew it was gonna happen. Two cannon got him.
See, Tucky had to be sneaky, or all the kids would want a treat, so he had to be careful about it.
That is fair. Okay, I will ask Ralph that later. When Tubby is available.
Ooh,
Ah, there you are.
ask me something.
Are you going to immediately convene with your teammates in the Pioneering Club after your sorting work, or are you going to visit Mawile at all? Considering you have already visited Mawile today.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to smother, publicly. I'm gonna go and meet with my team. We gotta talk about our base after all.
Yep. Alright. So, it gets late. Those of you who are doing jobs have been paid for your work. And the rest of you have done your own special things with their own rewards. Some not so tangible. But you end up reconvening in the Pioneering Club. Mostly. Lizard has to keep a relatively tight hold on Riley to prevent him from freaking out right now.
Riley does not want to be in there.
Yeah, Lizard can tell that. Lizard also has no idea where he's going to be staying with you, but he'll figure it out.
Just probably an inn, if they need to.
In fact, Lizard, when they finally get in, is after everyone else, and they're probably carrying a wriggling and unhappy Rio.
Oh, extremely.
Come on, Riley. Really? There's nothing wrong here. Honest. Clinging to Riley, like he is bad. Sitting
Riley
at a table
will
with everyone else.
just hiss out the word danger.
There's no danger here, I promise. The lizard looks pleadingly at you all. So, how soon can we get our own base? I don't want to sleep outside.
Awkward silence.
Actually, where is our team's land? I didn't exactly get a good look.
Wait, ain't it just like right over there? Like he points kind of out the window, like where there's somewhere.
Ralph is utterly correct. It's not directly across the street. It's close.
The invisible distance?
Yes.
Fair
It
enough.
probably will be when we build the damn thing.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see a flat bit of land, but once it's built up.
Yeah, it's basically right outside. It's a pretty big plot of land, actually. We've got lots of room to work with.
Well, at least we won't be cramped.
Oh yeah, we're just gonna throw wild parties there, invite the whole town. It's gonna be great.
You can even have your own room, Lizard.
Well, Lizard gets nervous and fidgets, kind of nuzzling down at Riley, clinging a little bit tighter. I don't know about that.
You can share one with Riley too, if that's what you want.
Okay.
Instantly.
Lizard's lines light up a little bit. They say that.
Brooke just chuckles. So I guess that means we'll at least have 4 rooms.
If we want, we can fast track this conversation, since we effectively had it Wednesday. Last
Pretty much,
Wednesday.
yeah.
Yeah, this is just so it makes sense in the space-time continuum.
Yeah.
Instead, if you
have it.
if you would prefer, rather we could just go over. We could detail what this is now.
Oh yeah, we can go over and like.
We can also detail the outside stuff as well after that. So let's focus on the interior for now, though. We all roleplay this. No, we just spent last Wednesday discussing plans. It wasn't really roleplay.
Arguing.
No, it was not
arguing.
Plans were discussed.
Arguing, really.
Yeah, it's just a lot of arguing.
Also, almost all the sketches are done by Kyrio. And also, I can present.
Yes.
I can present some extra drawings up here as we talk. But yeah, let's go over the floor plan basically.
So this is our Sneasel.
Yes. Well, we're Weevil, but
It's a Weevil. Credit credit's due, man. Come on.
Yes, the planned main lobby has a front desk with what appears to be a chair, 2 signs for notices and information, as well as a double staircase leading up, along with the 4 corner rooms, 2 of which have what appear to be antechambers.
Oh yes, the airlocks. One of them for the children.
south door is the
Yes.
front door. The lower left is what is that? Wait, which is which?
It's another storage room that goes into the cellar.
This here's the shower room, right?
Oh, that's the shower.
Yeah.
Yeah, the shower's
Yeah.
shower's down there. Lower right's storage, right?
No, it's the daycare.
Oh, that's the daycare,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Right,
Future
right.
plans for daycare.
Which Tucker will have
It's-
the idea for the daycare after hanging out with the kids, and he'll probably, I will say, on a role-playing sense, he would probably present it sort of hesitantly to the team. Kind of worried that they may not like the idea of having a bunch of tykes in the downstairs. But it's clear something.
That's
It's
what
clear
the
it's something.
airlock is
He would,
for.
what's that?
So that's what the airlock is for. To separate everything.
The
Yeah,
airlock.
keep them in.
It's an
It's
airlock.
a fucking
yes.
airlock now. Okay, hermetically sealed.
I always call it a Sally port. Of course, that's what they call it in jail. So
So yeah, that is so daycare room plan, and then the upper right is kitchen,
Yes.
and upper left is storage and basement.
Yeah.
Yes.
And basement, we don't have a floor plan for it, but it could be used for such
You can't
things
afford a
as
basement just yet.
we can't do basement just yet. It's
You can.
conjecture.
That's part of what. Well, technically you can, but it's not furnished. It's kind of dug out. Remember, this is 2,000 poke right here. 1,500 of it went to the floors, and 500 of it went to furnishings.
Fair.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say basement would probably be cheaper to build since it's digging out ground.
We're
But
gonna
Yeah.
put all that dirt though. We're gonna sell it.
well, some of it could be used
So
for the
we fed it to someone
Some
or
of it
something,
could be
or-
used for the nice soft.
It's a long guitar.
Some of it could be used for the nice soft garden dirt.
It's true.
Yes.
Some of it could be used.
Some low knee soil.
the
just
rest
like
of it,
cart it out of town.
the rest of it, we could build a hill. I don't know.
Also, I'm not sure if Brooke is supposed to have their room in the upper left. I believe it's supposed to be in the lower left because that's where the showers are.
Yeah,
So
we
that
did
the-
swap those two down there, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Brooke's lower left then. All right, and
Yeah.
Ralph's
Yeah.
upper left, which works enough. Ralph actually probably has used to go to storage or be a little closer to storage, considering he's got a bunch of contraptions he's probably going to be working on. So
That room's
Yes.
gonna be a death trap. It's gonna be full of weird shit.
Tucker's room is going to be situated directly above the daycare, which is appropriate. And
I mean, and after a minute, Ralph's gonna take out most of it, so
Riley-
you can't get too carried away with furnishings.
I mean, obviously, having Ralph above the kitchen would be appropriate too, but then he'd eat all the food, so like he'd sneak downstairs because it's really close and just So best to have him on the opposite side of the kitchen, or well, further away at least.
Yep.
And Riley and Lizard upper right. Second floor here has a big old. We're probably gonna like do side furnishings or something to these side areas, but I don't know.
Couch.
Probably some nice
Yeah.
windows, and by the middle is like a meeting table thing.
Potted plants to tie the room together.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
local oddish needs somewhere to stay.
Also, on the first floor, this front desk thing. This is effectively a proper lobby for anybody coming in that needs something.
I can't believe we're gonna have to pay for a receptionist.
We probably will.
Oh, stop it.
You'll have NPC team members.
Okay, I have Zio run the lobby.
Are any of them good
Yes.
secretarial
No
duties?
one will bother us.
I feel like if Zeal was being the receptionist, somebody would come in like, so I have this issue and I was wondering if your team, and he's just like, boring, go away. Just like, what? That's not interesting. That's not exciting.
No,
Go
man.
away.
I imagine you guys trying that, and then trying it with the Houndoom, and then going, no, it has to be Lizard. We have no choice.
We have no choice.
As far as charisma goes, yeah.
Ralph would make a great receptionist.
So that
That was part of the main team.
if everybody wants to direct upwards, I'm going to show off in no particular order a bunch of art related to the building. So let's start with the nicest one.
What is considered the nicest one?
This one.
Oh, it's my room.
Brooks' concept for his room is basically this. I say concept because I don't believe he'll be able to furnish it this way immediately, from what I understand.
No.
Yeah, he's got the Anakin Skywalker repulsion floor active, and I don't think we can get that quite yet.
But he's actually going to pull in sand from... I don't remember if he's decided to be picky and need it from actual beach sand or if he's just willing for...
No, I think any kind of sand would work.
The Oasis sand would probably be fine. It's just going to take more than a couple trips.
Also, I just noticed and I appreciate the Minecraft chest you have.
Well, that's
It's
his
his
desk.
desk. Yeah.
It looks like a Minecraft chest.
It's fashioned like a chest, yeah.
And that's where he keeps his sword, his sword, and his gun.
Yes, yes, I love going into Minecraft and making crops such as gourds. Those are the best crops in Minecraft.
Well, our pumpkin is a gourd.
Oh, that's
Technically
true,
speaking.
technically. But can you grow them? I don't actually. Can you?
Yes.
You can. Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember. I thought you had to find them in pumpkin patches. They're just randomly placed. Anyways, we also have plans for a fountain, so I'll share those. There we go.
Oh my god.
Oh,
was
hey.
terrible. That was terrible. I'm
I just do that
disappointed.
today.
Oh, goodness.
That's what he's doing at the orchard.
That's how you spend
Probably.
your free time. Just stand in the front lawn and do that. Pretend to be a wife.
Stand very still.
I bet the children would love Brooke when they have to go outside during the day.
Oh, like, because, like, yeah, I mean, kids play around with, like, sprinklers and stuff is a thing during hot weather, and, I mean, Savantown's generally pretty arid, so that would probably be pretty refreshing. Alright, Tucker will hire Brooke for partial daycare duties, then. We also have this, which is concept for... So, yeah, actually, wait, before I show this one, ignore this for now, because I'd like to start with...
Ignore it.
I'd like to actually start by sharing this one, because this gives a better concept as to, like, we have the flat floor plans here, and you can tell that there's, like, outer cylinders, basically. And this is more the concept. Like, it's not a perfect representation, like, it's one for one exactly, because this was an old design. But you can kind of see from the upper image here how we're kind of planning this. Sort of a dome shape for the main structure, and then we have for lack of a better term, Super Mario World Mushroom Hills.
Yeah, I was
For
thinking they look like the mushroom.
I might add roofs or something so it doesn't look so plain.
Yeah.
Something like that.
it was an early concept, but still, I do like that. That's kind of how these are offshoots. So that's, you can see how, like, yeah, how it's going to be kind of shaped. But yeah, going back to what I had before, which again kind of works off of that. That's why I want to start with that. Is this would be Riley and Lizard's room, a concept at least. That's a lot of.
See, Riley didn't exactly have the most speaking capacity to say how he wanted their room.
He's too busy squirming.
Yeah, and well, Lizard kind of likes Brooke's piratey aesthetic and went with that, and is super okay with it. Like, Brooke may get the feeling during the conversation of how they want their room to be. Lizard would make an excellent pirate.
I don't think Lizard would. Like, they go to the actual robbing part, they just apologize.
Well, no, it's aesthetic. Come on.
Yeah, the aesthetic, and not to mention the audio aesthetic. Yeah, singing sea shanties like we all love.
I will shiv you.
Oh, if you guys want sea shanties, we're gonna have to hurry up before people have to go to bed, because there's a character I have to introduce.
all right. Well, last thing I'd like to share is that I don't believe we have any designs for what Ralph's room is going to be like. But Ralph, do you have any ideas for Ralph's room?
Yeah, it's gonna be very open. I want a plush, comfy floor. I feel like he'll have like a beanbag or something to sleep on while he's still a munchlax. But for future proofing, he's just gonna have a really plush floor. And once he's a munchlax, or once he's a Snorlax, he's just gonna sleep on the plush floor.
Are we actually giving Ralph a padded room?
That's probably for the best, honestly. Completely padded room.
I was gonna say, so you're gonna have a tatami floor, but it's just a bunch of flat, cushy cushions?
Oh, that sounds awesome, actually.
But yeah, I feel it's gonna be relatively similar. He'll definitely have like a bookshelf. He'll probably have his map on the wall.
We'll give Ralph a padded room because he keeps eating his mic. Yeah. We need to stop the audio violence.
I'm moving my mic a little further up now.
It's okay. It's better than not being able to hear you.
Yeah, it is, but yeah.
Same with me.
So Tucker doesn't have a room concept yet, but I already kind of know. First off, to put it quite simply, it's gonna be kind of girly, I guess you could say. He's probably going to express his dress, obviously. He's probably going to express his room in a similar color palette to his main outfit. He's probably going to have some nice warm hues and probably whites, pinks, and such. Haven't really thought completely about the furnishing, but I have thought about the room style. It's going to be kind of a two-floorish sort of thing. You guys know what a loft is, right? Like, where you got kind of a second story in a room, but it's not really a full-on second story. I found this picture, and I thought this was wonderful. Basically, this is a loft where the upper section's actually pretty vertically low, but it works perfectly for a quadruped creature. This is a loft somebody made in their house for their dog, which is really cool. And this would be kind of what I was thinking with his room, where there'd be a lower floor, but the upper loft area, which would be perfectly situated for a quadruped to fit nicely in, would be where he would bed down. There would be some windows so he could look out. That'd be nice. It looks nice, cozy little bed area. But also, apparently, it's not easy to get these in Savant. I mean, we got one thanks to Confragius, and actually Tucker bought one with gold. But plushies are not a thing that you can easily find. But he would probably want to have a bunch of plushies at some point in his room, so that's probably going to happen. So basically, Tucker's room is going to be pink and soft things, essentially.
There will come a day when there are enough plushies in there that Tucker can just hide in them.
This would be ideal. even as a Mayena, he could hide in them. That's how many plushies.
Cute survival stealth go. Alright. So, once you all have the plans ready, next comes the construction group, which isn't hard. It's just late at night. And since Rise is close to getting off his work, which means Tucker has the opportunity to actually start his training tonight, he'll be happy to inform them that the Graveler that frequents the Pioneering Club and is a pioneer helps do a lot of the construction around here and knows most of the other Pokemon who do this sort of construction work when it is necessary. Because since there isn't actually a huge market for construction in the pioneering town, it's generally the local populace doing it.
Makes sense.
So, very likely what ends up happening is the next day, one or more of you confronts Graveler with it, and they give you a quote on, okay, this, and this is going to cost this much, and then if you want these basic facilities, it's this much. Furnishings are extra, you have to take care of that yourselves. And it ends up being a quote of something to the tune of about 2,000 Poke. Well, 1,500 Poke and change. The other 500 is the furnishings that you all end up getting when things are done. So,
Honestly, furnishings can be worried about later, because, like, seriously, if we have a building, we could probably just get some straw somewhere that's a perfectly comfortable Pokemon bed for this time being, so good enough for a basic home functionality.
But it's going to take, like, 2.5 weeks for this to be done minimum.
I was curious how long it would take.
And that's basically the bare bones of the floors, the first and second floor, and then they will get to work on the basement floor.
Sounds good.
Which shouldn't take nearly as long because, hey, they have digging Pokemon for that.
Oh yeah, we didn't. We kind of forgot to discuss what we were playing out for the basement. I had some sort of sketch at some. Well, I had some like. I was using that one website for a concept at one point. I don't know if I still have that, but. Oh yeah, I'll just throw this at you guys. I'll just throw this at you guys. It's really basic, but.
Yeah, but the basic gist of it is that's going to be where the extra team members have their rooms, so that they are cool when it is warm and warm when it is cool. And there's various rooms and offshoots where facilities, you could say, are kept. Possibly a crafting area for Ralph and such.
I recall the idea of a root cellar or something like that.
Yep, you guys can do an awful lot down there. So,
which we've seen certainly as a functional thing for Mud Race Ranch, actually.
Yes, that is definitely a thing for you all to work on. Because what fun is it if the base is perfect from the get-go?
Also, I'd like to point out, I don't know if anybody knows, but Eragon typed a thing.
I will note that when Rise approaches the table, Riley will get very still and very quiet. That is important to note.
I figured that
because Rise has absolutely no idea what's going on with Riley right now. And he'll make a off-paw comment about Riley's quietness during the conversation, which Lizard will give them a bit of a look and shift Riley a bit away from Rise. But it's clear that Rise is only being playful. He's not really being malicious or anything about it.
In fact, actually, when Rise approaches the table, Tucker would also probably get a little bit tense, kind of looking between Riley and Rise just a little bit. Not being super obvious about it, but... Also, what is Rise's opinion on the evolutions?
Rise thinks that Brooke looks handsome.
Oh, thanks.
True statement.
And also feels mildly sorry for that poor Squirtle, because they probably won't recognize Brooke like this.
If that is directly addressed, actually, that's a good time for Tucker to pipe up to Brooke about the Squirtle wanting to see him. And also for Brooke to pass that snack along.
Well, a snack would help.
Snack. Especially, that's actually part of... Oh, sorry, go ahead. What was that?
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, that's actually part of the reason that Tucker stole a snack, because he's like a little concerned that the Squirtle might be intimidated by the suddenly larger Brooke. So he wanted to get a snack to sweeten the deal. Tucker is very mindful of these sort of things.
Now, in any case, and I'm sorry, I know I'm speeding things along a little, but at some point during the first week, so who all would be most likely to be in the Pioneering Club around lunchtime, say middle of the week?
Not Riley.
Well, not Riley, obviously. Riley would be with Lizard, and Lizard is probably off elsewhere. In fact, Lizard might have defiantly just stepped right outside the Savantown fence line so they can spar with Riley and, like, spend time with them, and also mildly spite Pangoro because they can't go anywhere.
Wow, new sassy Lizard.
Gee, I wonder where he got that from.
Is Rice training Tucker on multiple?
Well,
Is Rice training Tucker? Is Rice bringing basically Tucker home multiple nights for the training and such?
Yes,
Okay.
Moonrise is available to do so.
Alright.
I haven't marked any ticks on your thing yet because it would be best for me to calculate how many times Rice is capable of doing this after the downtime.
That's fine. Do whatever you want. Just don't forget. That's all.
I won't forget. That's why I put it here. We're also going to have to figure out which babysitting move Tucker ends up learning.
Yeah, on that note, he's going to definitely help out with. It's going to be the main focus of what he does. He's going to. So actually, to answer that question about who's going to be around the clubhouse during lunchtime, kinda Tucker. He'd probably be up. He'd probably be on the second floor.
Brooke would probably hang out there watching. Sorry.
watching Sorry.
Watching who?
Oh, I said Brooke would probably be hanging out there too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, on the second floor?
No, first floor.
Oh, on the first floor. Okay. I was like, oh, what? Okay. I didn't quite understand why you said sorry.
Because my alarm bell went off, but maybe you didn't hear it.
Nope, didn't hear it. So, Brooke in particular, then. I'm going to assume Ralph is having lunch with Mawile.
Yes.
Which,
have a
by the way, because Ralph is around more often, Mawile is having to learn how to actually make food. Even though, like, you both are used to, like, plain staples, you know, kind of like the ramen cup everyday thing, which I'm guilty of. But she actually makes an effort because, well, she likes you. And also variety is good. And, you know, you're not in Sea-Spray anymore. She can't get cheap staples.
Yeah.
She has to learn how to cook. The travesty.
you know. Hold on.
Actually, she's probably fairly loaded. She probably could just go to restaurants. I say fairly loaded because she does have a bit of prestige due to past activities. And...
That's true. Chara, do we have any missed content music?
Well, what you looking for? Also, I know what you're about to say, and I need to remember if I have the art available. Because I don't think I do. Actually, I do. Okay.
Yes.
Let me just get that ready real fast. And yes, there's all sorts of misconduct music. What are you looking for?
Friendly/entry.
What was the second word?
Entry, as in an entrance.
Oh, okay. I think, let me check my records real fast. 1 second.
Because we don't have anything in locales. I would assume it's an event.
I believe I have something. Just give me a second to check.
And after this event, I believe we will stop because I know that Eragon desperately does need to sleep, and there's some others who do need to do their own things.
Fair.
But I would like to get to this point in particular so that we introduce this NPC.
Let's see here. We most certainly do have a song of this relevance. I'm just trying to remember what the name of it was. It's probably under events, and I guess I'll just... I guess let's go to
and
events
yes, for Brooke, because Brooke has evolved, they've started getting challenges from other pioneers during the week, just to see how things measure up. Because Pokemon be like that. I need no other excuse, and also they're pioneers. They're going to want to do that,
Yeah, it works for
and
me.
it's friendly competition. It also
I'm
gives
an
you
arena
great-
champion.
Yes, you are.
Alright,
We
so...
are the arena champions.
Alright, go to events, I believe... Part of me wishes I actually sorted music by continent it's based on, but eh. That would have been even more sorting than I already did. Let's see here.
Fair.
I swear I have a song that's specifically for... I guess just press some stuff. I mean... here's the thing, we could steal one of the songs for a certain chivalrous group, because there's a few for them. And those songs would be appropriate. Outside of that, let's see.
Number 47, I think.
Yeah, I was thinking that one would probably be appropriate, actually. Okay.
This is also a good preview for something that can come up in the near future.
Just gotta balance the music. There we go. That's for anybody for the people at our table. Events 1, number 47 specifically. That volume should
Also,
be fine.
Ralph saying to Mawile, you know you look even more super cute when you cook.
Yeah.
Which, as usual, Mawile half deflects, half accepts most compliments. She's getting more used to it. And she definitely doesn't mind it.
Oh, man, I can just, imagine she's in, a cute little apron, and Ralph puts it in his head that he's gonna get a matching apron, so he can look cute for her.
Oh. Yes. Well, technically it's a Mist Continent song, Blink.
Oh, I just thought of something. You imagine Ralph gets an apron with a little cartoon Mawile face, and Mawile gets an apron with a little cartoon Ralph face, and they take turns cooking for each other.
That would be cute, and that's also something they can do in the future. But for now, Burke is going to be the one who's absolutely present when a Toxtricity waltzes into the tavern level of the Pioneering Club. And they're a bit odd. Their colors aren't quite normal, at least for those of you that know Toxtricity. They're purple, yes, and they do have blue markings, but their eyes are this vibrant silver color. And they are also wearing a troubadour's hat with a skarmory feather in it. And they seem to have some sort of shirt, question mark? It is oddly designed. that is held around their waist by a belt. And they're just strumming on their chest bits, because I don't know what to properly call those. And just start going off. Welcome to the most tantalizing, most well-furnished and tongue-tantalizingly fed tavern in all of this abominably arid continent. Now, drink and make merry, for Florence, the wandering minstrel, has arrived! And nearly every pioneer present who has a glass will lift it and cheer, and most of the others will clap or do what they can at this bard's arrival.
Rook raises an eyebrow.
You have eyebrows?
I ridge.
Sorry, I know it doesn't matter.
Oh wait, just to quickly clarify. So who's present?
Brooke is. You are currently upstairs.
Yes, I am. I just wanted to know if I was involved or not.
You can hear the commotion downstairs.
We'll see where the commotion
You can now
goes.
hear music coming from downstairs. Florence, wonderful to see you again. Aye, and what beauty it is that I get to see this day. Ever since she left the Miscontinent, it's never been the same. And as this Toxtricity moves to walk over to the counter, Blaze bursts out of his back room, looking incredibly excited, and goes, Florence! Aye, Blaze! Didn't expect to see you, young lad. You've gotten quite big now, haven't you? Hey, speak for yourself, you old spoony bard. And they share a sort of palling around moment, laughing and joking together. Now then, come, drink and make merry. Tell me your tales, one and all. Bring me something interesting for me to spread across the continents today. I plan to be making a stay a while. So, don't be shy. And Florence moves to lean on one of the tables, strumming across his chest. Come, I've not all day. Well, alright, I do have all day, but that's not the point.
I appreciate your Scottish accent.
It's Irish, actually.
Close enough.
It's an accent, and I'm terrible at it.
Well, it sounds Irish.
Sounds good, regardless. Even if we can't decide on the region.
I appreciate your somewhere in the UK accent. Every Irish person in the chat is going to be out for my blood.
I wonder if we have any. That actually would be interesting. If you're Scottish or Irish, do let us know.
I should
And also
know
let
this,
us know
I
what
am
the fuck
Irish.
this accent is.
Florence, really? Causing a commotion again? You've only just arrived. Rice sighs, hopping up on their counter and sauntering down towards the bard. Aye, and you wouldn't have it any other way now, would you? After all, weren't it much right commotion that you made back then? Don't you start. Oh, aye? No starting, shall I? And he begins strumming again. Well, mayhap this'll sound a tad familiar. The rest of the pioneers begin to quiet down. There's a palpable air of excitement and even static as the electricity along the Toxtricity's back flares up. It's an odd magenta hue, strangely enough. I have frickin' lyrics for this. I worked on it today. Of those long and lonely days, where you hope there's hell to pay, But come sunrise, much to my surprise, there's someone knocking on the door. Ah, those bright hands, slotted eyes, I fear they'll be my demise. For legendaries take my soul, I'm hoping there's hell to pay. Of a warm and welcome company to weather the coming storm. The rains may rage and winds may howl, but yet we'll ask more. For the peaceful flames of bygone days, and for carousing tavern crawls, we talk about the dreams we had in those times for it all. All those short and joyous days where we'd hope there'd be hell to pay. But come moonrise, to our surprise, it ended up so much more. Ah, those bright and slotted eyes, I fear they'll be my demise. Well, the scars are worth it all, I'm hoping there's hell to pay. Alas, alack, as it must be, seems companionship is not for me. For we've passed the storm, and I hear the fire winds call. Although we've parted ways, the connection stays. No, I've faith to spare, that you'll make it through it all. Of those long and lonely days, where you hope there's hell to pay. Come sunrise, to my surprise, there you are, knocking on the door. All those bright and slatted eyes, I know they'll be my demise. For legendaries take my soul, I know there'll be hell to pay. And as Florence trails off, most of the other pioneers clap. Or cheer, as it may be. Rise looks exasperated, shakes his head with a knowing smile, but otherwise leaves the bard to his devices. And yes, I can do a song cover for this at some other point. A better cover, actually.
Oh.
Yes. I specifically did not have music turned off for this one.
Okay. Generally speaking, Car, just, yeah. I mean, whatever is playing, we'll keep playing. Whatever is playing, we'll keep playing unless I'm otherwise told. Though earlier the chat did bully me into stopping the music for Toucan, so I did.
It's fine. It really is fine. Especially for this. Because it's appropriate that there would be quote-unquote background noise going on while he's doing this.
I mean, it's a fucking tavern song. It's not gonna be perfectly crisp. Basically, it's a tavern song.
Brooke applauds with everyone else, which is nice.
Actually, somebody asked a question in the chat. Do the kids react to all the clamor? Do they want to see what's going on?
Yes. As things start to get a bit loud, the kids get really curious, and they keep pining for Tucker to let them go down and see, even though technically they're not really allowed to.
Tucker himself is curious, so he probably would make the executive decision of a, okay, but you have to stay next to me, sort of. And we're only going partway down the stairs as the condition. Because he is a bit curious too.
So Tucker gets about halfway down the stairs, and all the kids are crowded around him as close as they can without going past Tucker, because, oh, you can't go past teacher, then you're bad.
That's like Pikmin.
And they stare in wonderment at this strangely dressed Toxtricity there, who's just belting out a tune. And almost based on the lyrics and how he's leaning frequently quite close to Rise, he seems to know the life part fairly well. So who's your friend? Brooke asked Blaze, looking to avoid asking directly since everyone else seems to know who it is. Right. I keep forgetting there are people who haven't met Florence. Oh, I'm sorry, I had to pause. That art.
I was asked, so here you go. I was just quietly doing this while you continue.
To answer Bulbasaur, Florence is using his chest nubbly whatevers as various string instruments.
I guess there's
he cannot do it.
Some people haven't seen what a Toxtricity does, I suppose. Let me find a gift for you guys. Hold on.
Yes, that would be great, because some people are not familiar with Toxtricity.
Because some people didn't want to play Sword and Shield, which I don't completely blame them, so... Hold on a second.
Yeah, it's a shame, because there are some good Pokemon in there.
Yeah, here we go.
I have a friend who is very enamored with Toxtricity.
Please take a look at this. I would also put it up as a GIF on the stream itself, but that would require XSplit not being frozen, so just take that link.
Well, while you do that, I will have Blaze answer Brooke. Well, I used to live on the Mist Continent, and everyone knew Florence back then. And everyone knows him now. He is the spooniest bard to ever walk the continents. That's not an exaggeration, by the way. That coat used to be covered in spoons for some reason, and I have no idea why. Oi, it was one time! Once! And you blasted would-be musketeers dared me into it. I had nothing to do with that. He is based off of Low Key, for those who are wondering.
Oh yeah, technically I did the other one. But same difference for just demonstrating the strumming, but...
Yeah. Also based on the number of chest things.
True. And positioning? No, the positioning is different, actually.
Yeah. Sounds like a blast. Brooke grins. Nice to meet you, Florence. I'm Brooke. Florence blinks and slides around on the table to face Brooke, just idly plucking at their strings, as it were. Oi! Isn't that you babble, or mayhaps are you the quiet sort of Brooke? He smirks, relatively confident in his own tired joke. One that you have heard before in a different format.
water gun him.
Unwise, but I mean, if you want.
It'd be funny.
Meanwhile, Tucker is he's just watching. He's just intrigued, but also not wanting to make. Granted, he's not exactly being stealthy considering he has a crowd of kids around him, but
I'm kind of sad Riley missed that. Well, he's never around for all the fun stuff.
Well, let's just say Florence may be around for a while. You're going to get a chance to meet the bard.
Be serenaded.
That's the only song I have written for him. He knows a bunch of other songs, but that is the song I have written for him.
They're all gonna be done off camera. But they're totally there, I promise.
I mean, if you want, you can consider him the jukebox machine in the Pioneering Club.
That's why I play a YouTube video and then spend $1 to make him play it.
Or what we do is, can we have him in our base?
Depends on if he feels like he can stay there comfortably and get, fed and, paid.
We gotta feed our radio.
Damn.
And we're like, guys, I gotta share radio. And I like carry him. He's like as stiff as a board. I set him up in the corner.
That's kidnapping, actually.
Oh, I've been known to dabble, Brooke says. I've also happened to rage and torrent now and then, too. I'm quite the water feature. Oh, I like this one. Can we keep him?
Who's we?
Blaze folds his arms and rolls his eyes. He's got his own team to look after. Besides, shouldn't you be pining after someone else? Oh, that's rich coming from you. I see you still haven't managed anything, have you? That's... Shut up, you spoony bard. The joke's getting old already. Come along, you little ember. Go on. And he just makes a shooing motion at Blaze as Blaze sticks his tongue out and razzes at Florence, stomping off to his own table to get food. Now then, with that great big heat wave out of the way, allow me to properly introduce myself with all the fanfare. My name happens, as you may have guessed, Florence. I am a wandering minstrel, bard, troubadour, or whatever else you'd wish to call me. I like stories. And he leans in, holding out his right hand. This is when you notice there is a silver fleur-de-lis mark on his arm.
Ooh, fancy.
I don't know what that means.
It is
It's
an
the-
icon.
It's the fancy icon, the French icon.
I don't know what this means either, so feel free to detail.
Okay.
Okay, consider for a second that I'm an uncultured swine.
You're more cultured than I am.
If you zoom in
Then
on...
again, I'm a dog, so...
If you zoom in on his art, it is the mark on his one arm.
Oh, that thing.
Oh, it's Kingdom Hearts. I don't know, it just makes me immediately
That's
think of a
not-
symbol for
It's
Kingdom
not
Hearts.
Kingdom. It's not even what Kingdom Hearts
That is not
logo
Kingdom
is.
Hearts.
It looks like a Kingdom Hearts logo thing. I don't know.
Here, I'll post it in our chat.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you, Fairtrip, for correcting me. It's fleur-de-lis. And also, yes, Traverse.
How's that? It
Okay,
looks
I
a
know
little
what that
ornate,
is.
like a king. Hold on.
I know what you're thinking of, Charlie.
I don't know what I'm
I
thinking
know.
of. Am I thinking of the nobody symbol or something? Am I thinking of the heartless symbol? I don't really know.
The
Probably one of
heartless
those.
symbol is closer.
No, actually, the nobody symbol's closer.
Oh, is
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, the bottom of the heartless symbol is but yes.
Traverse Town? I might be, actually. What I'm trying to say is that sort of symbol design is similar to Kingdom Hearts. And multiple... Traverse Town? What are you talking about? Traverse Town just has a... No, well, anyways. Oh, was it? Oh, it was! Fuck yeah, it is similar. It's very similar. For anybody confused here. I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong.
I forgot about that.
Wait, that's an emote? The fuck?
Of course it is.
Huh. Oh, it's literally... Oh, fleur de... I thought you guys were talking about something from a video game. This is just a proper symbol?
Yes.
And it has
It's
an
on the
actual...
Quebec flag. I know what it is pronounced properly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's on the French flag.
Ah, who cares about the
Oh
French?
yeah, I
It's all
have
about
seen
Quebec.
the... Okay, I have seen this before. Yeah. Just...
Yeah,
and also
it's a
Kingdom Hearts
festive
seems
symbol.
inspired by it at times, as you can tell. You're the one who said it was from a game. No! Wait. Maybe
Yes, it was you.
It's also on the Quebec flag. I didn't realize that. But it makes sense, actually. So, fleur de lis, flower of lily. Okay. So it's supposed to be a flower.
Yeah. Yeah, Fair Trip was nice enough to correct me. It is pronounced Fleur de Lis.
Fleur de lis. That would make sense, actually. I knew that was the incorrect way of saying it. S's are weird in French.
And thank you, Zach. I take that as a compliment. Because Zach says that Florence is the weirdest toxicity they have ever seen. That is correct. Florence is not normal.
He's pretty okay to me.
Florence is not normal, and I make no guarantees that Team Cheer will ever know why.
So there's a reason, then.
Yes, he does not have normal markings. His electricity is not normally colored. And, well, he's also a bard, which is...
He drank the purple stuff. That's what it does to a
He
man.
drank the purple stuff. I'm also just trying to stall for time in case Kyrio is working on a response.
Just fair, just fair.
But yes, I already opened up people to asking Florence questions so long as Florence was able to answer.
Oh,
and now
on
it
the-
is even more open.
On the Discord?
Yes. I put them in the Glimpse channel specifically to avoid spoilering, but now I can safely move that to main content. Ah, here we go. Brooke gives smiles and shakes the hand. Brooke, leader of Team Cheer, Silver Rank. We've only been around a few months, so I didn't know bards were a thing here. I haven't really heard much music around here at all, really. Oy, and what a tragedy it is. Florence shrugs after the handshake. Alas, this continent hasn't much in the way of a musical culture. Not that I can quite blame it. Not many instruments can stand these conditions. Rise! As he tilts his head back, almost like calling towards the ceiling. Please, would you be a dear and get me some water? Rise sets a cup down on the counter, which is like 10 feet away. So, are you going to start paying me this time? Oh, please. I'm parched here, and I just serenaded you in the entire tavern. Rise gives him a deadpan stare. I don't know that I can say singing will pay your tab, Lawrence. I can cover a drink, Burke says with a chuckle.
You could just spit in the cup and call it a drink.
Rice
Also-
shakes his head and chuckles.
I'm also pondering the idea of water costing money, but I guess that kind of makes sense in aerospace.
Can't believe that Nestle has taken over. Goddamn corporate.
Rice pours some berry juice in the glass and shadows it over to the table. Alright, but remember, he's your responsibility now.
Ominous statement.
We get him one drink, and now we own him. This is easy. Alright.
Oh, pay him no mind. He's just having a lark at you. Suffice to say, I bring merriment and entertainment to all. Just not everybody seems to think it's a paying profession.
I do like my merriment.
It is a paying profession, Florence, but you can't pay for food just by singing. I happen to beg to differ, and so does every tavern on the Mist Continent. Now then, allow me to tell you the kind of service that I offer. Mr. Babbling Brook, leader of Team Cheer, silverest rank. And he smirks, taking the berry juice, gulping it down in one swig, and setting the cup down. I exchange the trinkets from my travels, you could say, for stories. Provide me with interesting stories that I can turn into song and spread across the continents, and I will happily reward you. The same, of course, goes for any pioneer or person who happens to bring me anything rightfully interesting.
I got your great song story.
Ralph is not there.
Oh, I'm not?
How do you forget
You're
this?
having lunch with Mawile!
Oh, this is later. I'm sorry.
When he gets so excited, he forgets his
You're
literal
on a date with
geographical
Mawile.
location.
I promise you, you will have chances to interact with Florence. Everybody will have chances to interact
Ralph
with Florence.
bursts
I
through the
promise.
door. I have a story.
Ralph hears the music, just runs out, slams door open. I have a story!
My timelines got a little crossed is all. My bad.
It's okay, I promise. But I do promise all of you will have chances to interact with Florence. He's not going. Crap, where was I?
Stories.
I was where?
Something about stories.
Oh, right. Oh, and none of those basic dungeon crawls. I've heard dozens upon dozens of those from the knights already. So I hate to tell you, but if the only stories you have are of delving into a dungeon, plucking an item from its rightful place down there, and then making your way out, I may not be interested. That said, I'll still listen.
What did he say he's not interested in?
Regular dungeon crawls. In other words, if you guys end up doing something really basic, such as like the Sunlit Crevasse, he's not particularly interested in that because he's heard crap like that hundreds of times by now. He will listen to you, but he will not necessarily reward you for basic stories like that. He's looking for interesting tales. Stories, huh? I might have at least one, Perk says. One of our first missions was finding a lost prince. I'm sorry, that's not Perk's voice.
It's okay.
It's okay, it's late. Oh, aye then. Well, pull up a seat, and let's have a chat.
Brooke
For
just
these
immediately
stories.
cashes in on like multiple stories and just gets a ton of rewards. Just right out the bat.
I mean, shit, we're full of stories. Like, every single thing, every time we go outside, something fucked up shit happens.
This is a good place to stop, because I know it's late. Everybody gets your basic 2 experience. And yes, it only works once. Repeated stories do not garner repeated rewards.
I'm not even talking about repeated stories. I'm just like
We have
finding a
enough-
lost prince, find somebody in a mirror dimension, killing husks of Pokemon, stopping a
the whole
mythical.
deal on Poison Island is a song worthy.
Shit, there should be several stories. Do that in installments.
Yeah, like, you guys can break up some of your missions into separate stories if you so want.
Okay. Oh, that's fair. So Brooke's not actually going to include anything related to Ivor. Interesting.
Okay, so
Well-
we gotta skip Play-Doh Karen. The Solana Bandits.
Well, no, you don't have to skip Play-Doh Kieran. You just have to
Omit the
certain
last
parts.
part.
Every story is told within the realm of the person that wants to tell it. In other words, stuff is always left
True.
out.
Oh yeah, the Zorix Hotel.
Well, the other thing is, Florence is a bard. He's going to embellish the ever-loving crap out of these stories.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone who has played Final Fantasy XIV knows the kind of bard I'm talking about.
I
Misery
don't like
it
where this
makes.
is going.
Man, not to mention we're the freaking champions of Team Space Team Circuit.
Oh, aside from the two
And-
experience, let's talk pips too. Oh, sorry, I've interrupted. Sorry. Oh, have you been
we
pipping
will
me already?
probably- I gave you the Shadow Sneak thing. We will say, give you 2 pips there.
Oh, 2 pips. Nice.
And I... you also learned typing what does spoony mean when actually made it literal. Yes, I made it literal. also, I have changed Brooke's Ice Gun single shot mode to mastered because they have other things they want to do.
I guess I should refer to the reference for those people that don't understand it. You Spoony Bard, I shall link you a page. It will explain everything. Here you go. Please look that up. Also, the link didn't include the exclamation. Make sure to include the exclamation or it will break. Actually, no, it won't. Because it doesn't matter.
But, so, Florence is going to be around for a while. He might vanish some days, or, for periods of time, but he'll come back.
Because he's a ghost. I don't know.
No. He's a wandering minstrel. He'll usually be gone for a period of time, but come back because, well, he likes it here. Even though it's arid and generally weather awful to him, but, there's stories to be told on a quote-unquote savage continent. So, to explain to you what this NPC does for you guys mechanically, you trade in stories, and he will give you things such as orbs, seeds, money, and generally assorted simple goods. The better the story, or the more interesting the story, the better the reward. Also, yes, he's totally capable of paying for his own drinks because he has money and he gives it to people. He just doesn't.
If it gets like free, why not? Attitude.
We're gonna clean this guy.
But also, good presentation, good voice, honestly, the accent, it works out pretty well. We had one person say that it, what was said earlier by Iron, where was that? It might have scrolled off. Twitch saves its chat. Also Twitch still doesn't save it for very long. Oh well. Anyways, I believe he said he was Scottish and that it sounded like a mix to him, so. But anyways, what I was trying to lead up into saying was that I also like that Florence here does a great presentation of kind of what the Mist Continent has in store at this point in the PMD timeline. The kind of cultural development it's received and what you can expect out of it. I don't mind saying that Gen 8 Pokemon and the idea of Sword and Shield Pokemon in a PMD situation, oh, you'll get that plenty. You'll get that plenty with the Mist Continent when we eventually get around to it.
Eventually. And as Florence may have implied, Team Pioneer definitely had a prominent time on the Mist Continent at one point or another. And as Blaze may have implied, Florence is old. Interesting to note, Brooke and Tucker, since Tucker can see, Florence doesn't look old.
Music keeps him young.
Maybe it does.
It might. But there's something else about his music that's sort of interesting to note before we leave off. The music, at least what he played initially, was very invigorating. So who knows? If he's around, maybe he can help you out. But for the most part, he's here to collect stories and give out handy-dandy rewards. And I'm sorry we didn't get to more than week 1 today, but, you know, short session, but also I'm happy that we got to Florence.
I'm happy that we unlocked a special NPC vendor.
Oh, the stories you all will be able to tell with time.
Of course.
Thank you all for being wonderful players. Thank you, audience, for bearing with us and my awful singing. And I hope you all have a wonderful night.
I very much agree with that.
We've
I think
gotten to Wood 3 from Riley. Hell yeah, progress, gentlemen.
Well, I
You're getting
suppose
closer.
that is good as any for a YouTube outro, I'd say. So, good night, everyone. Those of you in the stream can stick around for a little extra chit chat, but for YouTube, have a good night, guys.